All right, so I'm joined today by former Iowa State tight end Charlie Kolar. Charlie, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Hi, thanks for having me on. Great to have you
All
here.
righty. I know you got a busy few weeks. I was just telling you, I know you got a busy few weeks coming up. It's like 9 days until the draft or something. It's coming up quick, so we can just jump right in if you want.
Sounds good.
All righty. So growing up, you played a lot of sports, specifically football and basketball. Once you got to high school, when did the NFL dream really come alive for you? Was that something you always wanted to do growing up, or was it something you kind of figured out later in your life?
Yeah, I mean, it was later for sure. Growing up playing all sports, basketball was my favorite sport for most of my life. Until later into high school, I realized I was probably better at football. And I didn't even go to college like thinking about the NFL. I just went to college trying, go to the best spot and contribute to a team. And then it wasn't until like my redshirt sophomore year, redshirt junior year, I was like, oh shit, I maybe have a chance to, make some money off of this in the long term and play professionally. But yeah, I've always worked as hard as I can. And when I realized I had a chance to play in the NFL, it didn't really change that much. It just kind of continue to do the things I've been doing. So
Right. Yeah. And you mentioned you played basketball a lot growing up. When I was doing some research for this, I found you were actually teammates with Atlanta Hawks star Trae Young. And I'm sure that must have been wild to see where he's gone with his career. What was it like, I guess, playing on the same team as him? And are you guys still in contact at all? Or, what's
yeah, we still keep in touch. We still keep in touch. He's a great dude. It's amazing every time, every level he goes to, like he takes it to the level that like obviously I'm always cheering for him. But sometimes I'm like, I didn't even know he could do that. Like, when we made that jump from high school to college, it's amazing how fast now from college to the NBA. It's incredible. He just every time people think he's, plateauing or reaching, so he just gets better. And it's incredible to see him work. No, our high school basketball team was we had like we had two NBA players, myself, a couple other guys who played college at Kansas, Boise State. We had like 6 or 7 Division I players on our team, so it was a pretty competitive practices.
I can only imagine. Sometimes you don't even realize how good the dudes you're playing with are until like you guys both go to the next level. Everyone goes to the next level, and you're like, oh wow, okay, we're actually already like we're amazing. Like I played in high school against Jeremy Ruckert, Ohio State tight end, and I was like, damn, this dude's really good. Now to see where he is now, it's like, okay, he was like really, really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that must have been crazy. So you grew up in Norman, of course. The campus of Oklahoma University is there. Spent pretty much the first 18 years of your life there. Both your mom and your dad work at Oklahoma University. You never received an offer from them. I promise. Going somewhere, there's a positive spin on this. I'm not just laying into you for no reason. When I was going over your stats, watching some tape, I couldn't help but realize you seem to play like your best games against Oklahoma. In fact, your senior year, you guys played in Norman at Oklahoma, and you had like the best statistical game of your entire college career. Were you playing with any motivation in that game? What did it mean to you to be able to have that type of game in Norman where you grew up?
Yeah, well, my mom doesn't work there anymore. She left a few years ago. She works at a different university now, but my dad still does. But like you said, I mean, I don't. It's hard. Like obviously, it's exciting to play them. It's my hometown team, but it's hard to say you have like extra motivation some games because then you're implying you're not playing as hard the other games. I just think it was, it was the way the scheme worked out. Like I didn't do much the Oklahoma game for 3 quarters, and then when we got the 2 minute drill, we got a lot of favorable coverages, and it just worked out. So I mean, it's hard to say that. Obviously, it's exciting. Like you talked about emotionally, like you're a little more excited. But in terms of preparation and effort, I try to do the same every week.
Right. Makes sense. Makes sense. You played a lot of football with your older brother, John, growing up. He was your quarterback in high school, I believe. Now, he originally went to Oklahoma State, but then he did transfer to Iowa State for his final season in 2019. How cool is it to be reunited with him, once again on the same team?
It was awesome. I did everything I could to step on the field with him again, and he did a great job. Being in the quarterback room, being like a veteran presence in Brock's ear, and just like talking to me about stuff. Too. He was just a great teammate, great brother, and is a great brother. But yeah, it was awesome to have him up there. I didn't think it was like kind of a happened real quick, and I'm like, oh, this is sweet, and it turned out to be great.
Right. And that's one of those situations like you're growing up, you're like, oh, this is cool playing with him. Now you're playing in high school, and then eventually you guys get to be on the same team again in college. That's got to be great.
Awesome.
Yeah. there was some talk of you going pro after your junior year, but you ultimately decided to return. Now, you made that decision in a very unorthodox way, or at least from what the internet tells me. So, I believe you decided to flip a coin. Is that how that worked?
Yeah, it's yeah, I mean, it's not like the whole thing, it was like, I forgot, maybe it was my parents just like taught me something. It was like, if you really are undecided on a decision, just like flip a coin and tell yourself you're going to do it based on the outcome. And then like, it'll tell you like how you feel based on the coin flip. Like, let's say like, I want to get like, I don't know, like today I want to get a burrito or a euro. I don't know. You flip a coin, you say you're going to go with it. Well, if it goes on burrito and you're disappointed, you actually want the euro. So I actually don't remember what coin it flipped on, but I don't know which side it was when I did it. But I remember like doing that. But yeah, it was a little overblown, but it's just funny.
The headline definitely reads better, where it's like, oh, Iowa State tight end Charlie Kolar, he makes his decision based on a coin flip. When in reality, regardless of how it landed, you knew internally, that feeling you got.
I mean, there's no way that media, people would write an article that overblown something. Never.
Oh, no, never happened before.
No, I remember the person who wrote it. I think it was Soren. Yeah, he's funny. He was just laughing, but it was a good story.
It's a funny tidbit. Speaking of that, Charlie, I got to be honest with you. When I was doing some research for this interview, I stumbled upon, we can call it like a controversy from last summer, right? There was you know what I'm going with this, I think. There was a particular photograph that went somewhat viral amongst Iowa State fans. It depicted you eating spaghetti with your hands, no fork, just like scooping it up with your hands. I'm not here to judge. I'm not judging your eating habits or anything, but I got to ask, why? And like, tell me the background behind that photo. You can defend yourself. I'm just, interested and I guess a little disturbed.
Yeah, I'll just let the photo. Let's let it be. Let's let it be.
Just let it be.
Let it be.
I saw you made a T-shirt about that. And that's like your profile pic on Twitter. I was wondering what the profile pic was, and I saw the T-shirt. That's with a business mindset, trying to capitalize on that. I love it.
Just came up and it was funny, but we'll let it be for now.
Yeah. Obviously, I had a whole list of foods I was going to ask you if you ate with your hands, but we can let it be. On a more serious note, I guess you seem to be someone who takes academics pretty seriously. You graduated with a 3.99 GPA, almost 4.0. Again, not to lay into there, but in mechanical engineering, which I have a bachelor's in sport management, so I'm a little intimidated right now by your intelligence. But you're also pursuing like a postgraduate degree in finance, I believe. Tell me a little about the importance of academics in your life. Is that something you think can help you post football?
Yeah, I finished my master's in finance in December, and thanks. Yeah, it's my parents always were very big on academics, like especially all sports, but especially football. Injuries are so prevalent, and you never know. Like you're always one play away, and you're also just one play away from getting cut. So like, I just always in college, always had the mindset that I'm gonna work as hard as I can in academics because football can only last so long, and I'm thankfully still having the chance to play right now. But you never know how long it is, so I just try to set myself up best as possible. And also, it's just like I don't know, you're given an opportunity to go to college to play football, but you're also like given an opportunity to just go to college. A lot of people never get that opportunity, so I thought it'd be a shame to waste it. But yeah, I just try to do my best in everything I do.
Yeah, taking advantage of that opportunity is important, and then like you said, having that backup plan post football. You never know what could happen, so it's obviously very important. You went to the Senior Bowl this year. You had the opportunity to work with the Jets coaching staff. Of course, we're a Jets site on the national team at the Senior Bowl. Tell me a little bit about your experience working with Coach Middleton, Coach Calabrese, and that whole staff.
Yeah, very impressive staff. The way they run practice, organize script, do everything is very professional. I was blown away by Coach Sala and his whole staff, how engaged, professional, excited, energetic. Like they were a great staff to work with that week, and I was just really blessed to have the opportunity.
Yeah, obviously a lot of people have sung their praises. Of course, Coach Middleton, who was the head coach down there, is the Jets tight ends coach. So I'm sure he was able to share some expertise as well.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Finally, before we get a couple of quick hitter questions at the end, but finally, don't feel free. You don't have to answer, of course. But are there any teams that you've spoken with quite a bit leading up to the draft? Maybe the Jets. I don't know. Maybe other teams.
It's so weird because like so like obviously you have like there's like formals of the combine and stuff, and then you have like Zooms and stuff. But like sometimes I've been told that like sometimes meetings don't actually uh mean they're interested. It means they're like there's like red flags, and I don't think I have that many red flags in my closet. Hopefully, I mean I don't think I have any legal stuff or anything. So
I mean, like, look, the spaghetti thing. I don't know about that.
it could be one, but no, it's I don't know. Like I really don't know. There's been quite a few I think that like me, so I'm hoping that one of them I'm blessed enough to get drafted and go somewhere where I have a chance to play. And so I try to because it's just one of those things I have zero control over it. That's why I try to not think about it too much.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, like you said, you never know with the meetings. It could just be, sometimes I've heard of players not even meeting with the team at all, like apart from maybe at like the Senior Bowl or something like that, and then boom, they get drafted. You never know. All right, so last, we'll finish it up with a couple of quick hitter questions, just some fun questions. When you're not playing football, what are you doing? What are your favorite hobbies outside of football? What do you like to do?
I mean, I'll have a few beers from time to time. We like to, it's Iowa, so it's not nice that often, but it is nice. We like to get outside, go to the lake. My dad was like a big like national park guy. He'd always take our family on like national park trips out west, and so I love to go to hiking and stuff when we have time. But I mean, I don't really game that much. I play like some Rocket League and stuff, but I don't play that many video games.
What's your beer of choice?
Now, what of choice?
Your beer. What's your favorite beer?
Oh man, I'm from Iowa, and like I think people only exclusively drink Busch Light in Iowa. Like, I don't understand how like it got communicated that like I don't at tailgates when we pull up for games. That's the only beer I see. I'm not kidding. I never see anything else. Personally, I mean, I don't know, I'm gonna go with Busch Light. It is a good beer. I mean, can't deny it.
It seems like an Iowa staple. I've never been there, but I can imagine Busch Light being the Iowa, the national beer of Iowa.
It tastes better in Iowa, I will say.
I see. I live in Germany right now, and like I don't like beer, so I feel like I'm wasted here. Like I feel like I don't belong here because I feel like somebody like you maybe who enjoys beer more could enjoy it better here. But
no, that's a shame you don't like beer in Germany. There's a good little like kind of German-ish beer joint in Des Moines, Iowa, and they have some pretty cool things. Like, they have boots of beer. Like it's a giant.
Yeah.
Like a giant glass. Like you can't like set it down until you finish. There's some good spots, but
they got the German Busch Light.
Yeah, I tried to order a German Busch Light, and they actually knew what I was talking about.
I love it. Lastly, if you had to pick your go-to karaoke song, what would it be? So not like your favorite song, but if you had like a mic in front of your face right now, what are you singing?
Shallow from the A Star Is Born.
Oh, okay. Some Lady Gaga. Okay.
It's a great. I mean, I can't hit a single note, but my buddies and I used to somehow. I swear it came on all the time when we were out, and it was karaoke night, and so it just kind of turned into a good song.
Look, somebody else answered that question with Alicia Keys, and I'm not sure they're hitting those notes either. So don't worry.
Mean, "Girl on Fire" is a great song. I mean, I don't know why, but like, sometimes like it's like more fun to sing like female singers because like you even more can't hit the notes. Like if you do like if you're singing like "Live Like You Were Dying" by like Tim McGraw,
right?
Maybe you can get like some of the notes. But like when you're like drinking and your confidence is up, you're like, oh man, I could crush Lady Gaga. But no, it's fun. I mean, I don't know. Karaoke is always good when you have a few beers.
Oh, it's amazing. I don't know if you could hit that like that long, like the note at the end of "Live Like You're Dying," like that real where he just stretches out for like 15 seconds. I don't know if you could hit that, but I'd be impressed if you could.
I would say "Live Like You're Dying" is probably number 2 though. That's a great song, karaoke too.
That is very sad song, but a great song. All right, man. Charlie, that's all I got. So I really appreciate you taking the time, dude. I know you got, like I said, a busy few days coming up. Drafts in less like a week right now. So best of luck with everything. Pulling for you. Hopefully the Jets. Maybe we can speak again after that.
This is easy. Thanks for having me on.
Of course, man. I appreciate it.